Greetings, kids. Mark Miller here. Welcome. Surly Dev's already out there. Whoa! Everyone to the lifeboat.
In the house.
I like how Mr. Nutsy Guy's the first in the lifeboats. I really appreciate that. Let's get right in there. Get some music going here. There it is, right there. Welcome, kids. I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself today. It's Friday. There's a pandemic raging across the universe, at least this part of it. I'm just going to chill out a little bit, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. I say I'm going to chill out, but we might get right into it. This is all about sprinkles right now. Today's about sprinkles, the battle unicorn. Oh, look who's here.
Copper Beardy is in the house.
Copper Beardy, welcome, buddy. Hold on a second. I'm starting up some apps here. Normally, I go relatively lean on this show because I've, attributed some performance issues to having a lot of stuff open and loaded. And when I say relatively lean, like 2 or 3 episodes, instances of Visual Studio, Skype, debugging, OBS, all kinds of stuff running. But today I've pumped things up a bit. I've got more stuff running, and I also I wanted to since Copper Beardy just showed up. Copper Beardy, you asked us a question a while back, and I wanted to address that a little bit. 2 things. One is the issue that you specifically requested, which I want to refresh my memory on, but it had to do with code coverage and excluding, I think, particular modules. If I'm recalling correctly, let me see if I can get my notes up. Do I have them? There it is right there. Okay, so we've got support for modules specified in the run settings file. So here, right here, if you go into test, configure, run settings, and which one of these is going to do it right here? Yeah, go get to the run settings file. Then you'll be able to modify that. And you can set things up in the run settings file here to exclude particular paths from code coverage right here. So that migration file says Copper Beardy. I don't remember the specifics of the migration file setting, but specifically, hold on a second. Yeah, support for excluding files or folders is in the high priority list, and so we are looking at implementing that soon. So adding support for excluding files or folders is something that we are looking to do soon. It's currently high priority. So that is that's a little bit of feedback on that for you. If I can exclude the migration folder, that'll cover it. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna make an additional note of that for myself to bring it with the devs. I'll make sure that we're covering that. How's everybody doing today? Everybody washing their hands? Everybody keeping their social distance? Okay, I think I'm gonna close all that now. Maybe I didn't need to close that down. Sprinkles. It's all about sprinkles. You've seen sprinkles, I think, before. This guy. Sprinkles about the unicorn. Called in by Karen, also known as Little Cutie, who sits to my right over here. Sprinkles about a unicorn. We're getting closer. It's taken longer than I thought, unfortunately, I guess. I don't know if that's unfortunate or not. We've fixed some important bugs. We're kind of using the engine in a new and different way. So the engine's getting better. Are we on for this Sunday? I don't know, Bald Bearded Builder, who's coming in under the radar. What? You don't want to try to take me on? Try to get through this indefensible, this unbreakable block of shield of I don't even know if my words are coming out of my mouth are making sense. You don't want to try to come at me? Suppress the taco. I don't know yet if we're on. We are tentatively on. As of 2 days ago, it looked like, yeah. But we need our dungeon master to feel better, and we need nobody else to get sick. Those are like both kind of really important things. But I think we're on. The other good news, though, no need to make a mess on a Friday. All right, that's fine. He's a very professional man out there. I watched him yesterday lighting the fart candle. I'm like, dude, why you got a fart candle on your show, man? It's like PG, 12 or something. Anyway, if this keeps up, maybe Rona should be one of the contestants. Wait, I'm sorry. I feel like so uninformed. That just went like, whoosh. Rona, one of the contestants. What's that from? It's a pop culture reference. I don't get out into pop culture, Bald Bearded Builder. I have no idea what that is. Oh, Corona. I gotcha. Okay, sorry. I'm like, yeah, that's what all the kids are calling it, Rona. Gotcha. Yeah, every once in a while, Karen does something like that to me, and then she explains it, and then she's like, "Geez, keep up, Miller." And I feel like, oh yeah, I suppose I should have got that. Just been a little smarter. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to go for sure, but the good news is that as soon as everybody's healthy, we're going to do it, and I think we're going to do 2 shows a week with it. I think we're going to do like maybe a Thursday, or no wait, what are we talking about? Yeah, Thursday night and Sundays. We're talking about doing Thursdays and Sundays, and then Karen's creating a second show, all girls. She's casting for it tomorrow and Saturday, and I think that'll get off the ground pretty quickly. And if that goes well, then we'll do actually 4 nightly shows a week, and I think it'll be fun. We'll see. Hopefully, it won't get too crazy, and it'll be fun. And who knows? We might have to create like a different character other than Fred. But I was, really making a compelling case for reusing Fred's assets. In other words, his hands, right, Fred? Right, like that. We can color shift those to like another color, but if we can keep the same hand idea, but a different guy in the background, that makes everything super easy. Bald Bearded Builder says, I'm going to get a tattoo in a few months. I survived Rona, and all I got was this tattoo. Yeah, you better survive Rona. Do not let Rona take you down, people. Yeah, Bald Bearded Builder says, why did you get a tongue twister for your name, buddy? Well, can I just call you Bald? Can I call you Bearded? Can I call you Builder? It's not enough, is it? None of those are enough. Yeah, hopefully Sunday will be good. I hope so too. Michael is fine. I don't know if I can do that. I was thinking also, can I call you? That does not easier either. Guys, I'm so glad you're here with us today. Friends, we are going to, I'm just going to chill today. I'm not going to, a lot of times I'm like, about pushing myself really hard, trying to get through stuff, trying to get up something tangibly good code. And today I think I'm going to chill. We'll see. B trips, B money, B3. 3B, 3B, B3, B trips. I'm liking all of those. I don't know which one. Here's what happens now when we click on Show Sprinkles. Looks like a little jump at the end. I think I got a bug I added last night. Sorry about that. Yeah, these transitions don't seem to be working. I think we're skipping. That's his rapper name. That's Michael's rapper name, B Trips. Awesome. So Sprinkles came out and then immediately left. Let me show Sprinkles again. And then Sprinkles is over here for some reason. The B-Man is in the house. The B-Man. All right. Yeah, there's not a smooth transition after the walks. It's in the list, but it's not happening. So we got to figure that out. Now, Sprinkles, this guy on the stream, 2 things I changed. I made it so that he might take a step forward or back randomly, in addition to doing some of the other idle animations. Also, I added a color shift. That was crazy. He kind of shifted in and out. That was weird. Yeah, I added a color shift to the body, just a subtle one. So he kind of goes from blue to kind of a red and then back. And that's independent of the horn cycling. So I think as a result, what happens is you get something that looks a little bit different. Although these sudden jumps, because he's skipping some transition animations, I think. There's a bug in our engine where an animation's coming up and then it just goes away. Do I want to fix that now? Not really. I said I was going to take it easy. I'm not going to look at that bug. Here it is, Mark Miller, not looking at a bug right now. Instead, I'm going to go in and I want to. There's I guess two things I want to do. One is this right here. This is the sprinkles that are coming out of our guy, the sprinkle black. Hey, when I dance, it seems like my shoulders are not as broad as I imagined them to be. They kind of are like, what's this? What's that? That's kind of weird. So this is the sprinkles blast. We kind of got to figure out how to bring that up. Look at me though. All I'm thinking about is that bug. I'm going after it. I can't stop myself. Let's see if we can figure it out. We need to get some diagnostic information out into the log. Is what we need to do. Beachcast is here. I see the same, but not much of a dancer. Yeah, I'm not much of a dancer. Welcome, Beachcast. Beachcast is a fun show. Go out there and follow Beachcast if you are not doing that already. I recommend that. Same thing with Codebase Alpha. All right. So we've got this like command queue out here. And to be honest, I think I may have overdid it with the cues. In fact, yeah, the velocity queue I realized I didn't need, and I haven't cleaned that up. Let's clean that up first. We're just going to clean up some of this, kind of extra stuff here. DQ velocity deltas, anybody calling that? Somebody's calling it. But guess what? Velocity queue length is never, that's the only time it's using. I'm just using CodeRush's tab to next reference here. So we're going to get rid of this. DQ velocity deltas, get rid of this called there, come back, hit escape, and now tab to next reference, nothing's showing up. We're going to kill that. Greg's out there. Greg, welcome. I don't want to say your last name, Greg. Greg Wooferser 1062. I guess that's not so bad. Wooferser 1062. Greg, if I ever make a fanfare for you, it's going to be an announcer guy going like, "It's Greg Wooferser," like that. He's in the house. It'll be something along those lines. I can't quite get that pronunciation in my head. Greg WF Senior. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that, Greg. It's going in my notes. You never know. I might get some time and create a fanfare. No promises, because, I'm working my butt off. That's not the one I want. I want that one right there. Boom. Right there. And then grab your name too, just in case. This is my list of names of folks that I kind of feel compelled to do something for, including Retro CRT, because I have a fun idea for an intro for Retro CRT, so I want to do that. Okay, close you, close you, close you, save that. Also, yeah, I know I said I was going after the bug. I'm trying to take care of myself today. I want to do something else though. Before I do this, I want to do something kind of visual and kind of fun. And so this is like my test bay here to get all these pieces out here. There's the grays. Ooh, I also had this. I like this little wisp of smoke right there. I'm going to take the wisp of smoke and take it out. I'm going to put it out right now because I want to throw that up when we have kind of transitions like from walking to standing, because I think it'll help get your eyes away from the kind of not quite realistic aspect of those handmade transitions that I built. I built this transition right here, and the face is kind of warping and morphing a little bit as it's changing. And so I want to just throw up some distracting smoke there. So let's do that right now. I'm going to nest this in its own sequence. I'm going to call literally smoke and mirrors. Yes. Beachcast says, like the rhino. Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely is that. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say, I'll call this wispy smoke, like that. Say okay. And now that I've nested it, I can double click on it. It's its own thing. Starts at 0, comes up. I'm now going to generate this. And we want to come in here and make it a PNG. And let me get the folder that we want to put this in. We got that ready to go. It's in my Dragon H folder, in sprinkles, and do I want to put it here? I think I want to have my own folder for it, called Wispy Smoke. Why not? And let's copy that to clipboard. Come over here, click on this. So we make sure we're going to the right folder. And there it is. Save. We got a PNG file sequence. We're doing the whole thing. And export. Then let's start up another instance of Visual Studio. This is one of my favorite things to say, by the way, on this show, on any time I'm demoing. Let's start up yet another instance of Visual Studio. We're going to bring up our Monster Asset Builder app. And in there, we've got an app. So right now, we're just generating 1920 by 1080s is what we're doing. But we've got an app in there that we built and modified a couple shows ago. It's going to take those 1920 by 1080s and crop them. And it's going to also put some important information out there. The Animation Cropper is the name of the app. No thanks to not right now, but I'm having a great time, Visual Studio. Thanks for working so hard. Create my awesome world that I get to live in. Here's the Animation Cropper right here. File open. Sprinkles. Wispy smoke. Grab the wispy smoke. There it is. And now say crop. Should I have, I'm just thinking maybe. No, I was thinking maybe I should hue shift this to red, because if I hue shift it to red, then any hue shift I go, certain degrees, any degrees hue shift on it is actually equal to the color of the degrees. So if I go to 220, it'll shift it to blue if it starts out red. But this smoke is kind of actually tuned to the normal body color of this guy, of Sprinkles. All right, so now it's cropping each one of those. And it's also going to give me this upper left point in a text file. And then I'll be able to kind of use that and combine that. So now I've got my wispy smoke that'll be in sync and show up in the right spot, well, once I load it in. So that's my wispy smoke. So I've done that now. Creature Cropper is done there. If we go out to the file, there we can see them. Here's my text file right here. No preview. All right, well, I'll open it up then. And it's just saying, hey, your top is 3 and your left is 443. And the size of each image is, it's pretty big. That wispy smoke is bigger than I wanted it to be, I think. It's 1,000 by 1,000. And that's going to take a hit, but we're only doing it intermittently. I don't know, I can kind of play with it a little bit. Just noticing Sprinkles is like, the randomness is getting it to go too far. I want to control that too so it doesn't go too far up screen. Block everything that's, on screen. Let's go show sprinkles again and get him to go from here over to there. There we go. I don't know. Maybe I'll regenerate that wispy smoke. Take a look at it. Crop it down a little bit. It is super beautiful, though. I'm going to leave it. I could cut its resolution down and then double its resolution when it goes. This smoke can kind of be a little bit blurry. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. But I won't be able to get this syncing right. I'll have to reposition it a little bit, but I still think I'm going to do it. So let's go into motion here. Let's scale this at 50%. There we go. Like that. I like it better. It's more intense. Let's do that. Wispy smoke again. Export. We're going to run our app on it again. Yeah, I may not even crop it. I may not even double its resolution. I may just use it at the smaller level, right? It's just got to be something moving to kind of get your eyes kind of aware that there's something else out there. Okay, that's cropping. Got that. Now there's another thing I wanted to look at. It's kind of fun, which is I want this guy to breathe out, also to breathe out through its nostrils. And I want to randomize when that happens because I'm really trying to make this thing look alive and I have limited resources, right? I don't have like 100 different animations. I just have essentially 2 for idle and I think 4 for when he's threatened. And that's it. So I want to, I got to figure that out. And so I found some cool fire assets and I want to take a look at those. And I thought I'd play with them over here in the R&D section right here. I just thought I'd just drop them in here and look at the fire assets and see if we could find one here. I am guessing I've got 5 of them here. I'm guessing that one of these is the one I want. Uh-oh. This is an okay bug. This is like just saying, hey, you're taking a long time, Mark. And because I don't have another, it's not really a bug. I'm just, let's see, did it finish it? I think it probably did. Let's go look at wispy smoke here. What do I got now for the sizes of these? Come on. There it is. Yeah, half size. Much better. And all the way to the end, half size. Sweet. What's going to go on here? I'm not sure if this is going to be relevant. We'll have to maybe fudge this to get this in the right spot. But now I'm happier with the size of that. I think we can close this. And we'll probably close this too. Well, we might come back to it. Who knows? I wanted to come over and start playing with Sprinkles. What you doing? Get out of here, Sprinkles. I want to just play with, look at these fire reveal assets that I have here. Drag this over here. Okay. Surely Deb is docking. I'm going to do a dock command too so we get rid of some of this stuff. Like that. And so I just dropped the fire reveal on. Let's show it right here. What's it look like? What do we got? Oh, that's the one I think I wanted. That's the one I want. Right there. I think. What is this? So that's one. Let me see. It's got a couple other ones. There are a couple other assets that come with this we can look at and see what we like in here. Here's another one. And this is just the fire only, which I kind of like that. There's a glow asset. Let's drag this over here. Take a look at what we got here. Oh, cool. It's kind of cool. There's particles in here as well. Holy cow, they broke down everything. I don't think I really want the glow on this. Particles. Fun. And then there's also smoke. That's what we got here. smoke. Cool. Let's throw some of these together, different layers, and see what we got. Do I want only... Put the smoke in the background. And show sprinkles. Let's do this. I'm just going to walk sprinkles backwards. So sprinkles will just be walking and animating backwards this whole time. I wanted to do that. And then let's get those particles on here. Well, the particles are totally black, and they're covering up whatever is behind them. So we're going to add an effect to that called Luma key, like this, and that should give us the particles and take out the black. But we want to like change the threshold a little bit on this so we can start to see the particles here. Like maybe there. Go to 100%. Keep that Luma key threshold. Increase it. Better. So now the particles are coming out on top of it. Cool. So I actually think it could be kind of cool. At first I was thinking I wanted it to be smoke, but now I'm thinking, I don't know. Maybe not. What's this one? I forget what this one is. What is this? It says it's fire. But I'm not seeing it. Is it in another location? Let's get the whole thing in here. I'm not seeing any effect to whether what's here or not. Oh, it's there. Okay, hold on. Now I'm not seeing it. Oh, because it's off. I see. Sorry, hold on. Yeah, I don't think we need that one. All right. Okay. Cool. Nest all of these. Fire. Breath. Like that. We've got them here coming out. Now I want to scale it, kind of get it in the right spot. And color shift it as well, I think. Oops, not there. I want to get to, I don't want to be on grays, I want to be on idle. Let's move over here to idle. So I'll have him do this breathing when he's in idle mode here. Because his head is relatively in the right spot. Nope, not there. Grab this. So let's kind of look at this. That's kind of cool. That's like really kind of cool. Let's go into 100%. And let's get the position totally right on this. And then the other thing I want to do too is just to allow for any movement, because his nose can be in a couple different positions. See, it does this kind of circle. I think I want to do it right in the center of that circle. Is what I want to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the anchor and I'm going to say, let's put the anchor right there, where I think the center of the circle is. Let's just see what happens. Nope, the center of the circle is over here. And actually, before I do that, I want to make sure that we're starting at the same spot. Good, we're starting there. I think we're not bad, in a not bad position. Where's the other side? I think this just moves over a little bit here, like that. So we go from that edge of the nostril to that edge of the nostril. Here's the up, and the down is there. I think it moves down just a little bit. Okay, good. Next, I'm going to drop a crop on here, because now what I want to do is I don't want it to be like that hard line there. I want it to come in at a fade. So I'm going to increase this a little bit, like this, and then I'm going to give it a feathered edge, like this. Maybe a little more, like that. Like that. And then the animation is going to be like this, like that. And to make it more interesting and visually cool, I'm going to now color shift this to red, is what I'm going to do. So once I'm going to hue shift this, rather, to red. Where's red? Help me out here. That's green. I'm going to hue shift it to red. Essentially, I want it to match the horn as much as possible. Looks like I overshot it a little bit. Right there. Nice, certainly, Dev. And let's increase maybe saturation a little bit here too. So it's going to be this cool little, like, lit up breath thing that's going to come out like that. And what's cool about that is we can now, we could bind that hue to the color of the horn, and we can put a sound effect in it, and we can control when we do it, right? So we can have this be independent of anything else, and that's pretty cool, I think. So he won't do it anywhere else, but it's not bad here. Okay, so with that now done, I'm going to now take this. I want to nest it one more time because I've made some changes to this. I've rotated, I've scaled it down, and I'm going to call this fire breath scaled and rotated like this, or maybe just call it, give it the name of what I want to really call it. Call it fire exhale. Like that. Now it's in its own piece. I can double click on it and we can go generate that as well. There's my fire exhale. Not saying who. Yeah, certainly Deb, it was you. It was certainly Deb. All right, so there's wispy smoke we just added. New folder, we're gonna call this fire exhale. Fire exhale, like that. And whoops, not what I wanted. Right there, and save, and do the entire sequence and export. And then we're going to bring up the other instance of Visual Studio, and we're going to trim that baby down as well. Bring up the Monster Asset Builder. So that's cool. That didn't take too long to build that. Yeah, and so small things like this, right? The poof of smoke, that exhale, the burst of the unicorn sprinkles, those kinds of things are going to, I think, give life to this and help people buy in, suspend disbelief that you know, this guy may not be real. Speaking of things not being real, Fred, where are you, buddy? Fred? You don't know? Okay, buddy. Working on something down there? Oh, here comes Judson. Look out, Fred. Good thing you were ducking. You knew he was coming. He's right up there. Whoa, whoa. Come on. Watch it. Get out of here.
He's in the house.
Always trying to fly low, Judson. Get some lessons. All right, so there, we're done here. I'm going to save this project. I'm going to close it down. I feel like we're good and done in that world, creating those assets. I still need to run PNG Gauntlet at it, but I can't do it while I'm live streaming. PNG Gauntlet is like, let me suck up everything and bring everything to a halt. So PNG Gauntlet is something I'm going to run on this later, is what I'll do. Let's see. Let's go to our assets. So we'll just take a quick look at them. Here, where is it? Fire exhale. There it is right there. And looks like, you know, this has happened on my machine. And I don't know what's going on here. But for some reason, it takes a long time for Windows Explorer to like preview things sometimes. And I thought it was maybe because I had Dropbox. I'm in a Dropbox folder right here. I do have Dropbox paused, but you know, I'm not sure what's going on. But there you can see what's going on with those pieces there. Let me copy this to the clipboard. Let's get our Monster Asset Builder animation cropper running. Let's throw the animation cropper at it. Right there. Oh, the first 4 frames, 5 frames have nothing in them. And the last ones are missing a bunch too. That's not a big deal, but the first ones is a big deal. Yeah, I think I got to go back and fix that. That's what I think I got to do. So yeah, it's going to bug me having those 5 frames at the beginning. The only way to get rid of those is to delete them and then rename all the others, and I don't have a great way to do that easily, so it's faster for me to just clip those 5 frames from Adobe Premiere inside Premiere, regenerate, and then come in here and open it and work on it. What's going on here? Where is my, okay. Sprinkles isn't real. He's not your pet, like that cute puppy yesterday. I get that sometimes, Mark. I get it with OneDrive as well, really. I moved all my files out of Dropbox and canceled my Dropbox Premium features because of that. I still get it in some folders though. Yeah, I'm pretty heavily reliant on Dropbox. So here we go. We said 5 frames. So 1, hold on, right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's cut it. And let's drag this all over there. And one more time. So now the first frame, that definitely has something. I don't see anything here. I'm going to kill this one too. This one to the left. If I don't see it, if I can't tell it's there we go. Nice. Yeah, that looks good. All right, one more time. Regenerate one more time. Fire exhale. So hit the key. I think it'll be down here. Down there. You guys are having a good day. All right. Yep, that's what we want to do. Fire exhale. Save it there. Do the whole entire sequence. Export. The fact that I could go to the Dropbox dialog and choose my selected folders and it says more than 500,000 may take a while. You have 1.9 million files. Put me off. Yeah, no, I get that, I guess. I'm just like, you know, from my perspective, like, here's the thing. The other day, like, I unintentionally corrupted work that I had done on my machine, and Dropbox was the way to get it to recover it. And Dropbox has this awesome feature, like roll back to a certain time. So I could just roll back to a certain time and hundreds of changes that I had unintentionally made were restored. Okay, so now back over here. Open. Go ahead on the clipboard. Yep, I do. Fire exhale. Crop. Go. While that's cropping, I'm going to close down this guy. And there we go, getting those big files and turning them into something much smaller. Right? That's awesome. And I love it. I think this is going to look really cool. And we'll be able to color shift his breath, which is kind of a magical effect that not a lot of people have seen. Right? I don't think that's something we've seen before. It's almost like a colored, fired, breathing, you know, battle unicorn, I think. And part of the goal on this creature too is to make it so that, you know, kids or even adults watching this are like, I guess not kids, not young kids, because the show is going to be a mature show. I don't know how to say that, by the way. That's it's sounding weird. but it's going to be a show for adults, not kids. But I want people to kind of, I'm trying to create an endearing creature, right? Something that kind of looks fun, that will maybe inspire people to do fan art, that sort of thing. So, all right, going through all the files. Okay, we're going to get that error that, hey, it's taken, oh wait, uh-oh. Index was outside the bounds of the array. What is that? I guess we'll do this. If it's outside the bounds of the array, index is greater than or equal to bits.length, right? Then we're going to say return color dot, whoops, colors, ooh, color dot, why don't I have color in here? Hold on, close down, you close down. Oh, what's going on? I don't have code to this. Shoot, I'm in my monster asset builder, but I'm inside another piece of a DLL. I'm reusing a DLL. That's why I don't have IntelliSense out here. What are my X and Y positions? 1920 by 1079. My bits were just unallocated. In 32 width times height. What's my width? 1920 by 1080. Whoa, what's going on here? X plus this times width. Wait, what's my Y? 1079. That doesn't quite make sense. I think I have to bring out the calculator to look at this. All right, so our bits is 2073600. So let's copy that. Let's bring up a notepad so we can take some notes on this thing. See what we got here. So my bits has elements in it. Width and height. $1080. Let's do a 1920 by 1080 multiplication here. Yep, looks like the size is right. Good. So what's going on here? When X is 1920 and Y is 1079, am I get pixels? Am I off by 1 on these? I think I am. Y is less than bitmap height. The pixel at line is 1920. Line is 0. What's my call stack here? It's from here. Line is 0. So the whole thing is empty right here. Line plus plus, vertical line empty. Okay, I think I understand what's happened. I've gone through the entire bitmap, and there's nothing in the bitmap in that frame. So the frame is totally empty, is what I think is happening. So my lines are my X vertical line empty. I think I need and line is less than 1920. Bitmap.width. Like that. And so line plus plus. The vertical line is empty of this line. And I think I need the same thing here. The line is less than bitmap width. Can we do this? Well, horizontal line empty. And this one, I think we need to say, and line is less than bitmap height. Am I getting the case on these right? Hold on, let's look at bitmap. I'm not. I think that's the fix. Or at least a version of the fix. I think that's the fix. I think that I want the exception down below. Oh wait, hold on. I got a slight logic error here, and I'm not sure how to fix this. I think I do it like this. Like that is what I think I do. And then I think I do something similar here. And this one, the line to check here, is actually going to drop in size. This should actually be as greater than or equal to 0. Is here. And similarly, this one has got to be line to check is greater than or equal to 0. I think that's the logic to fix it, is what I think. I'm going to kill it, and I need to go rebuild that. That's in another app out there, that lower level DLL. It's out in the D&D map spike. So I've got that imaging tools project. Although I could just add it from this one. Let's maybe do that. Let's come in here. Let's add an existing project. It's in a completely different spot though. How are we going to do that? Do I really want to add it all the way across? That's why I didn't add it to this. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to add it. All right, let's go back here. There's my D&D map spike. Here's my image cropper. Those changes we made should be now in here because I've saved them right here. Git cropping margins is, I think, the culprit. These are new changes. Let's go in here and build this. Build succeeded. Start up. We're going to rebuild all of these assets one more time. Because I think we've just cropped some, but not the others, maybe. Is that true or not? Maybe not. Maybe we haven't cropped any because it was just analyzing. We haven't cropped any, it looks like. I do not need to regenerate it. Okay, good. Never mind. Close that down. Monster Asset Builder run. Starts up our animation cropper. Sprinkles, fire, exhale, go. Okay, let that work. While it's working, let's look at the code and see if we can figure out how we're going to do these kind of overlays on top of the horn body pairs. So right now, this is how we're creating a horn body pair, which is a body animation and a horn animation together. We also need, and those are all in the parts of the rhino. We kind of need, I think, a separate list, a sprites collection for the adornments. Like this, that's going to be a sprites collection. Sprite collection, like that. We're going to initialize that. I'm sorry, new sprites collection. Sorry, I was following the code right above me. Like that. There's my adornments. And right around here, I want to come in and say adornments.add. And that just needs a new set of sprites. So we're going to say new sprites. And we are going to, what do we need to pass into there? We need the base animation name, expected frame count. Okay, so let's do the fire first, since we're like, it's on our mind and we're doing it right now. Oh no, we've got a problem here. Really? I built a loop into this? What's happening here? Let's step through this, get out of here. All right, let's do this. Where are we at? We're at a horizontal line is empty. Oh, my bad. That's critically important right there. Let's stop it, rebuild it. One more time, rebuild. Build succeeded. One more time to run. Nope. Oops, click the wrong one to run. I think. I never stopped this. Is that right or no? Let's try one more time. Okay. Crop. There we go. I created a spreadsheet that I'm opening up right now that helps me figure out all the things I need to do for the positions of all the pieces in here, because I don't want to have to do the math every time. What's going on here? Again, out of bounds? Come on. X is 1920. Oh, it's sequencing order. Hold on. The logic is right, but because of Boolean short circuiting, it still tries to execute the first line of code with an invalid line. So what I need to do is use Boolean short circuiting and swap the order. So we check to make sure that the data is good before I send it in and call here. Same problem here. Should have figured that out. I think when I was doing that, that should be something I should have thought of. I think we're going to now fix it. I think now we're finally into a fix here. And same thing here. Okay. Rebuild. Rebuild all succeeded. Fred's back. Monster Asset Builder, start. File open. Sprinkles, fire, exhale. Still 1920 by 1080. Crop. Go. Yeah, so this tool is this is something we wrote. It's just going through analyzing the empty lines in the file. And based on it, it's deciding if it needs to enlarge the cropping lines that it's figuring out. So it's figuring out what is in common about all of these. This is to save me time, because otherwise I'd have to go inside and kind of eyeball it and change it. And inside of Adobe Premiere, the ability to change, there's no way to do this quickly or easily.
Mr. 7, where are you? We need your help.
There he is. Here it comes.
I am.
Okay, transition, that's okay. I'm not worried about that. Keep running. Okay, good. That just means I've got to put it inside of a scanning file. Oh, looks like we're done at that. Oh, okay, good. We're keep going. We're going. Now, if we run into empty ones at the end, because I'm not seeing the others. Do we have I wonder if we have a bug. Because I'm seeing this and this here, I'm expecting to see that. I think I may be destroying the files out there. You're creature croppers like Surly Dev. Drop those meteors. for the size of all images based on used pixels in all the images. Yes, it does, Surly. It does, but I think I just destroyed a whole bunch of files. Yeah, not good. It didn't work. It's because of those last ending ones out there. The empty ones at the end. I'm at this point inclined not to go searching after this bug. Holy cow, there were a lot of them. Let me try this instead. Dare I try this? At the risk of finding another edge case bug in this code, or edge case. I think it was written to handle 1920 by 1080s, but I'm going to take these ending ones that are all empty, and I'm going to delete them. And then I'm going to try running it on it again. Now I don't have 1920 by 1080s, and we'll find out if I have any hard-coded 1920 by 1080s in here. Here we go. Crop. What is, nah, it doesn't look very good. Just in case, I'm going to start up Adobe Premiere one more time to regenerate those. It doesn't like completely empty files. I'm going to make a to-do for myself. Is it going to work? Is my question. It says it's cropping them. What do we got? How big are you? 208 by 236. It seems way better than what I'm seeing here. It's definitely more of a square kind of aspect ratio. And these are really long. So I think that's working. I'm gonna double, yeah, there we go. Okay, so it looks like maybe it worked. At the risk of overwhelming my machine, starting up yet another app. I'm going to say that it looks like it works. Just the preview here is just taking a long time to update. Yeah, it looks like maybe it worked. So I'm gonna note to myself there, I've got to look for empty, yeah, there we go. Those look totally like the right size. Okay. Cool. All right, so next, let's open this up. This is the data we need to line it up. Is that true? Yes. This is still going to be valid. This is from the first pass. The second pass tried to find an upper left and crop point, but because it ended up 0 for both, we did not write out the file. So I did make it so that we wouldn't delete this original data. So that data is good. I'm going to hold that off to the side. These look good. Let's go load up the exhale and see if we can get this whole thing to line up and work. Yeah, let's keep that up for a second. Close that down. Again, for the, 7th time, we can close down Adobe Premiere. You can show us that cool Dropbox rollback feature. No, it's not that cool. And it takes a little while, and it's going to kill performance on my machine if I go to do that. But it's not bad to do. Fix a bug when last frames are entirely empty. Like that. Let's close that down. I think we can close down the Monster Asset Builder. I think we're done with that for now. D&D Map Spike, we can close that down too. Down to a reasonable 2 instances of Visual Studio. I think I can close that down as well. Wispy Smoke, I'm going to hold that off to the side for later. Let's add both of those in here. Really? There it is, finally. Okay. So new sprites, animation base name. Let's go find that. Fire exhale. I think it's going to be sprinkles / fire exhale. And I think it's a /, and I think it's another / and the word fire exhale again, because that's, so this is the folder and this is the base name for the animation right there. Expected frame count 125. And now we want to know the frame interval. Which is going to say this is going to be FPS 30. And the animation style. And this is going to be sequential. And it's done. So it's going to just play once and it's in and out. What's really cool about the engine that we built is that it allows us to add these kind of sprites out here. And if they're sequential in the end, once they're done, the cleanup is automatic. It's like it's essentially got its own garbage disposal on it, which is kind of cool. We kind of wrote that without using the word garbage disposal, but it's essentially what's going on is we have an understanding of how long the lifespan is for a particular sprite. Like if you look on the screen, you've got some coins spinning around. Those have a lifespan of forever. So they're just spinning around until somebody, flies through them with a drone to collect them. Same thing with the boombox. But with the breath, it's just going to go sequential, and it's going to stop, and it's going to clean itself up out of the world. So that's cool. We don't need. Pad file index. We do need that. That's a true. That means it's going to add zeros to the beginning of it, so it's consistent with Adobe Premiere's style of exporting. And the others are optional functions for, like, if it had physics associated with it, like what happens if it hits the floor, or another one unloaded once it's loaded if we want to do something with it. Because we've got this built-in kind of load-on-demand system, so we can load up 250 megabytes of images, and then come back from the call and still keep going, even though the images are not actually finished loading from disk. But I do want to play with this once this is done. So I want to create a new sprites piece here, and we're going to call this Fire Breath. And we're going to assign it to that because I want to set the origin of this and the name, I think, as well. So the origin X for Fire Exhale is equal to, hold on, let's go put this in the spreadsheet, because I don't like doing math, like in my head. And this is the kind of math I don't like doing. So we're going to create something new here. We're going to call this Fire Exhale. And the frame count, we said, was 121. It's in my code. 125. The left is 42. And the right is the top is 670. Next, I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy it down to there. So my origin X is going to be negative 45. That's what is added to this guy. So it should be this minus 45. Double check that what happens in here is that we have a direct assignment. Yep, direct assignment to origin X right there. And that's that one. And then the Y is equal to origin Y plus 259. And this should line up the fire breath automatically. And I want to set its name so we can find it. like that. So that should load it up. Let's go to our running localhost instance of Chrome here, and let's refresh it. There it is right there. And I just want to go in with a refresh, and I want to look and see if we have any errors in the console to make sure. Oh, fire exhale not found. It is going into Dragon. Okay, looks like I need a slash at the beginning. Sprinkles before the word sprinkles, right here. Like that. Save it. Refresh. This is an odd UI choice here. I'm not sure if this is Chrome or if this is maybe Visual Studio talking to Chrome, but there we go. Now it's loaded. All right, good. Next, we need to breathe at the right time. And I think we need, I think we need in sprinkles a sense of whether we're alive or not. Is kind of what I think. Well, I suppose we kind of know. We have this thing called do something creative. This method, do something creative. And if he's an idle, then we kind of do something creative here. So I think what I want to do here is I want to say, hey, if I'm going to go ahead and do it random for now. But you know what? Let's do this. Yeah, let's do it. Random.chance%. Let's start with 100 for now. Then I want to say this dot breathe. Breathe fire. All right, so now we want to say just realized I'm like, I think I'm it should be breath fire, it should be breathe fire. Okay, maybe I did spell it right up above, but just not here. Breathe fire. What did I call it? Oh, fire breath. Okay, fine. So get fire breath like that. Let's call it fire breath here. No, let's do this. Not fire breath in return. Then I want to say fire breath dot add what's wrong here? Type sprites. There it is, add shifted. And then I want to put X and Y. So I want to say this dot X, this dot Y. Starting frame index is going to be 0. The hue shift is going to be this dot horn hue. Is that all I need to do? Oh wait, there's one more thing I need to do. I need to make sure the ornaments are drawn. So to do that, I need to go find where we're drawing things. Here. So we're going to draw all the horn body pairs. Since this is going to go on top of this, we have to draw it later. So we're going to say this dot draw, pass in context and now. There's a chance this is going to work. Let's refresh and debug.
Debug it!
Okay, we'll debug it. All right, here we are. Let's do this. Let's zoom out a little bit. Let's say, hey, sprinkles, come on out. So I'm gonna click show sprinkles. We'll see it in both places. I want to see some fire. I'm not seeing fire. Oh, up there. That was super cool, but totally in the wrong space. Okay. Why? My math was wrong. Maybe it doesn't apply. I mean, a whole bunch of things are going through my mind right now in terms of what could explain that. In here, the fire is going the wrong way. You want it to go up. I want it to come down. Oh wait, hold on. There's something else I need to do too. I just realized I need to move it with it when we move. Hold on. Let's go through parts here. There's that piece in here. Move all sprites to. So position Y. That code is wrong. I'm not sure this is ever called. But that's the fix right here. And I need to pass in this right here. That. This is going to be becoming a sprites that we're passing in. Now that should all be happier. Almost happier. There. That's what we want. Okay, move all sprites to Y. So set position X is going to go through all the parts and do that. And then I also need to go through all the adornments. Not the right time. Not the time pudding. Pudding. No pudding. No, I didn't say I needed this. Come on, pudding. Seriously, pudding? That's how you want to do it, huh? That's how we're going to play? Is it ever the right time for pudding? I don't know. Don't know. All right. Everybody doing okay? Everybody staying inside? If that coronavirus comes after me, I'm going to karate chop it. I'm going to be like, ha! Yeah! Like that. How's it going, Mark and Jetsam? I'm doing pretty well, considering I just had like just a ton of pudding dumped on me. Yeah, I'm just, we're trying to get the rhino to breathe fire. I want fire-breathing battle unicorn. That's what I'm doing here, because I think it'll be fun. So, let's see. All sprites. That's my sprite array right there. Like that. Then we're going to say LSPS for new sprites instance right there. Like that. That's equal to this of I. And then I'm going to say this dot move all sprites to X, pass that in, comma X. And that's what I need there. Whoops, what do I have here? That's problematic. That's better. Speaking of breath, where's that? Whoa! Oh my! What's going on with my show? Does anybody know what's happening with this show? Look at what's going on with Sprinkles here. Sprinkles going a little crazy. Got to fix that in Sprinkles. So, and this is going to be Y here. Move all sprites to Y. Okay, that's going to take care of movement. I don't think that's going to fix this bug though, but I wanted to at least get that correct because see how it's still here and he's over here. Let's do that and see what happens. All right, there's the refresh. Here comes the show sprinkles command. Sprinkles is grazing. When he comes up to the idle, that's when we're allowed to do the breath. Up there. He's up here. We can see it loading up. There it is. Well, the Y's not great, but the X is good. I think. Actually, even the X needs to be moved over. All right. Gosh, it looks great, though. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to rotate it because I'm only going to do it when it's in that position right there. All right. Yeah, look at the colors, too. The colors are shifting depending on what color this guy is. Okay, it is staying with him. When he moves, though... I don't think I want to play with actually moving it. If he starts walking, I don't want it necessarily walking with him. Let's bring it down. Let's kind of, I don't know, eyeball it, I think. Let's just double check, make sure we're good in here. The origin offset. Oh, no, wait. These are the absolute pieces here. The origin X offset. This is what I should have used. Negative 172 and negative 400. Let's try that. Those are my origin offsets right there. So X is negative 172, Y is negative 400. Let's see if that works. I'd love for that to just work. Show sprinkles. Give me some fire. There. That's pretty close. Okay. Let's look at it carefully, see what kinds of, see if we have any problems here. That's not bad. Okay. Let me bring it over here so we can see it on the stream here. Seems like it's just a little bit back behind his nostril. What's interesting is that's 100% of the time we're doing that there. We're coming in. So that's, but it's not bad. That's happening, you know, kind of at the end. It's also always happening at about the same time. I think we need to do it. All right, let's Come on, Sprinkles. Take a step forward, buddy. All right, what do I want to do about this? To do something creative is called at the end of an animation cycle. So we're always going to be doing breathing at the same time. I almost want to play with this in a different space. Call breathe fire in another space. That's what I think I want to do. And I think I want to create do a set interval on this thing while it's alive. Up here behind. I think I want this. I want to give it a sense of whether it's alive or not. Like that. And then when we do the death animation, we're going to set that to false. Say goodbye. Then we're going to say this dot alive is equal to false. And okay, let's make this a property like that. And now what I want to do and say is, you know, I think I want to do this. If these two values are the same, then I want to return and get out of here. Otherwise, I want to say I think I want to do that. And in here, I want to say if this dot alive, then I want to say, what is it, set interval? It's been such a long time since I've done set interval. I think I just need a function I pass to it, but I'm going to look through my code for an example. Make sure I'm, I think I'm also going to grab back a handle from it is what I think I'm going to do, if I'm recalling correctly. That looks like what I'm looking for. Something like this. So if we're alive, then I want to okay. No, I do not want it to be static, I've decided. Okay. If we're equal to undefined, then we call set interval. And the interval for the breath interval is what I'm looking for. This one, I'm okay with it being static. Let's scroll this up a bit so you can see that above Sprinkles here. Breath interval. Should be regular, or should I change it up just a little bit? Not sure yet. We got static, breath interval, number, set that equal to 4,000, 4 seconds of breath maybe. And handler just looks like that. Okay, so we're going to call this dot breathe fire. Like that. Lowercase b. And now I'm going to say function breathe fire. And I'm going to say wait, what do I already have here? I've already got this. Hold on, let's just call that one. Let's rename it so it's spelled correctly. I think that's right. Breathe fire, breath interval. So then what I want to do though is when we call breathe fire, I want to check to see if we are, hold on one second. I just realized I need to do something else. I need to do a bind on this so that this is correct when that callback occurs. So if we are alive and the interval is undefined, then we're going to set the interval. That means we start the timer up. Otherwise, if we're dead, we're going to say, hey, if it's not equal to undefined, then we want to do, what is it called, clear interval? Is that right? That looks correct. Okay. And we're going to pass in the interval handle. And then we're going to set interval handle equal to undefined. What's wrong here? Oh, it was just taking a while? It was good. Okay. Weird and okay. So when the alive changes, we're going to do either, if we're alive, we're going to turn on the interval. And if we're not alive, we are going to turn that off, shut down the timer. Okay. Now, in breathe fire, we need to check to see what our state is. So we're going to say, hey, if this dot state equals animation state. Oh, I thought we had something called state. What is it? What do we got? Sprinkle state dot idle. That's when we can breathe. So if it's not equal to that, we're going to get out of here. That might do it. That might work. Let's try it. Come over here. Sprinkles, just your butts on TV. Just your butts on the stream, buddy. Once you refresh, click on Show Sprinkles. Just waiting on everything to load up. Here on the live stream, it's fine coming in. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, he's not doing it for us. 1. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. 2, 4. Nice. Cool. Uh-oh. That wasn't so good. There. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, idle is the problem. Oh, got it, because it's in grazing. But I need to make sure he's not grazing right now, though. How do I figure that out? Let's maybe add a new state. I think I'm going to add a new state. I think I'm going to add a new state is what I'm going to do. I'm going to create one called idle stand, and another one called idle graze. Wait, I thought I hit rename on this. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. So I've got idle graze like this. Nope, I didn't. I wanted to make that idle stand. Sorry. Idle stand like that. And then we're going to make this one idle graze. And I think it's fair here to do something creative that we can do it on either of those two places. I'm okay with that. Let's see what else we got here. And oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This I don't need that. This one I definitely can only work when I'm idle standing. Okay, good. Sorry. There we go. There we go. Is that all I needed to do? All right, not too bad. Let's refresh. So now we're expecting when he's grazing, we're not going to see the breathing. Like right now, see the breathing? We don't want that. So refresh. Click on show sprinkles. Whoa, horn was green and it was kind of a purple color that came out of the smoke. It didn't seem to match the horn hue. Did I get that wrong? Hard to tell when he's right there. Okay, here we go. Good. If he did what I wanted. So red, and it comes out kind of blue. It's not right. That kind of felt like it was close. Blue comes out yellow. It's definitely not matching the horn color. Do I want to change it? What is it? Spitting blood? I know, smoke. Yeah, Frank, it's smoke. That kind of blue matched right there. Why is that not matching? I'm using the horn hue. Which I'm getting here whenever the animation cycles. The horn hue, hold on. The horn hue I'm only getting when the cycle ends. I think I know what I need to do. I need to find the horn okay, I think I know what I need to do. So I'm going to say I need something like this. I need horn sprite. And then I want to do something like this dot get active horn sprite. Very specific name here. Or maybe get active sprite. With the name, hold on one second. I'm naming these as I build them. Horn modifier. the name is equal to body pair dot name, which is what's passed through here, and that's going to be. Did I miss that? It's the home body pair that's there. That's the name is this first piece here. So I'm looking for idle. I think I want to say get active sprite idle plus horn modifier. I think it's like that. Get sprite. And now what we want to do is we want to go through all of the elements that are out there. So it's this dot parts. We do a for loop in that, like that, and we're going to say parts of 0. That's a horn body pair. Yeah. And then we're going to say parts of I, sorry. And that's of type horn body pair. And then we're going to say this dot body dot sprites. Get. Wait, do I have a get? What is this? This is an array of sprite proxies. Do I have a get on here though? Get origin is the only one I have. Get sprite, I'm going to put it down here in the game engine because it looks useful. Like that. And that's going to return our sprite proxy. And if not null, then we're going to say return that. And otherwise, we're going to say the found sprite is equal to horn body pair dot horn dot get sprite. And again, we want this like that. And otherwise, we're going to return no, like that. So now I want to add get sprite down in down inside of sprites class. Let's go in there. Am I sure I don't have this? Is there like a find by name or something like this? Find in sprites. Sprite.matches, we're calling the match data. What sprites.matches do? We got to override it. Custom search or find. Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. Okay, so we're going to keep doing this, is what we're going to do. We're going to say, boom, there's get sprite right there. Okay, tab 10x reference gets us back. Okay. I think that's get sprite. I think that's going to work. So that's going to get us a named sprite that's out there. So we should be able to get that. Now, if we get that, then we can come in here and we can do fire breathing, and we can say horn sprite dot, and then we call in get hue. Oh shoot. One more thing we got to do. We got to cast this as a color shifting sprite proxy. And to cast it is like that. Nice Coder's template here, by the way. Just type in C and then I did the slash right there because this was on the clipboard, and it puts the brackets around there. Similarly, if I wanted to cast it like to a number, I type in CN like that, or just cast it to a string, I type in CS right there. This works in C# and VB as well. So we're gonna do this, that. All right. Okay. So if we're not null, then we're gonna come in here and we're gonna call get current hue shift. We got to pass in the time, and I'm just going to pass in PFN in here right now. So performance.now. That I think has got a chance of lining up that color. So instead of the color not matching, it's going to match is what I'm hoping. So let's do that. Let's refresh. Because I really want that horn color to match. Show sprinkles. That looked right. It looked blue. Thanks for stepping forward. Reddish orange, green. Yeah, nice. I love it. Blue, sweet. I like the connection. Now I can't see you so much. Step forward, buddy. Yeah, green. That's nice. Much better. Cool. I think I want to just adjust it a little bit. I want to move it to the left a little bit. So here's my origin X. If I move it, if I add more to it, meaning subtract less, so let's make it 165. I think that's going to do it. That's going to move it a little bit to the left, a little bit. It just looks like it's coming a little bit too far out of the nostril off the side. All right, some sprinkles. Yeah, that looked much better. Nice. Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely kind of an unexpected piece too, because the, yeah, I like it. Cool. Should we get sprinkles shooting out of his horn now? Or should we go to battle mode? Yeah, that's super cool. Let's go for sprinkles. Let's do the sprinkles out. That's going to be fun, I think. Sprinkles, we can kind of build on this right here as well. I think I can consolidate this into an add adornment. This, pass in just a couple parameters. Every adornment, I think, is going to be the exact same in terms of speed and frame rate, everything. So those two parameters, then a negative 165. Nope. I got to do the whole thing. This. And then this. I think those are my parameters. Oh, and the name of it. Like that. And now, let's declare this. And arg1 is going to be the path and to animation path. I think maybe parameter called here base animation name. Okay, we'll do that. Frame count is arg1. Arg2 is going to be frame rate. Is that right or no? No, not arg2. Arg2 is going to be origin X. Arg3 is going to be origin Y. And arg4 is going to be name. That's coming here, that's coming there, and that's coming there. So there's our add adornment call right there. And now we can come in now and say, let's add another adornment, which I think I got out here somewhere. I think it's an idle. I added it here. Yep, there it is right there. Idle Sprinkle Blast. That's what this is called. Right? So that's going to be sprinkles.idle, idle sprinkle blast. It's got, looks like 55 frames of animation. And now we got to figure out its origin X and Y. Let's go look at these numbers. 213, 266. Put them over here. Sprinkles, blast, and frame count we said was 55, I think. Yeah. And the left. There. Okay. So the left is 213 and the top is 266. And now we should be able to take these down, drop them down here, and now we've got a 97 and a 4 as our offsets right here. So if that all works, it's going to come in and say origin X plus 97. Origin Y plus 4. And this is going to be called Sprinkle Blast. Like that. And let's do this now. Let's do it. I mean, I think I want this kind of controlled by our players. I want them to be able to hit a button, and then I want them to shoot out the blast in that moment. But well, actually, we could do that. Let's do that. So let's go to Breathe Fire. Let's go look at our Breathe Fire. There it is right there. I want to do a Sprinkle Blast command. It's similar to this. Sprinkle Blast command. And we definitely need this code here as well. This one is going to be Sprinkles Blast. Poor Fred is looking seriously underpowered right now. We'll work on it. We're working on it. We're getting everybody overpowered. Like, look, in a year from now, this is going to be, it'll all be awesome, right? In a year from now, it'll be like so much awesome, so many things that we've added. Right? That's the cool thing, right? We add, and it's, you know, it stays with us forever for the most part. We're like, you know, just about everything we built into here is still to some degree useful. So Fred's gonna have more hand signals. There may be other things we can do. Also, Fred has the ability, though, you know, I haven't really demonstrated a lot of these, but Fred's got the ability to do on his turn, to do a Wild Surge Rage. And when he does that, the die rolling out, and depending on the roll of the die, he can do these kinds of things, right? So he rolls a 5, and it like plant growth occurs all over the place with Fred. So we're now fighting amongst that. So so Fred's got some things that he can do. After a certain amount of time, the plants go away. Let's add 10 minutes. Fred does have some powers that he's got, including the ability to, he's got an arcane shroud. He's got radiant damage. He's got teleportation that he can do. Fred, you want to show that? Thank you. Fred, there you go. Like that. He can call out flumps. Like this. Yeah, I've not seen the powers before. All together now, everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Yeah, so those are the flumps that he can bring out. What else? He can read people's thoughts. Like that. So he's got necrotic damage kind of thing that he does. So different kinds of effects that Fred can do as well are there, but it you know, these things they show up based on the roll of the die, what he's going to get. So we could go a long time and not see them, but they're there, and they're there to support him. So so yeah, but the idea is we want to have balance. We want to have a you know, sense of coolness, you know, a sense of character to these things that are not real, right, Fred? Yeah, because it's easier to suspend disbelief when you see an interaction like this, right? Right, who's number one, Fred? Yeah, who's number one though? Who is it? You? Okay. So so that's it. So that's kind of what we're doing. All right, so we're going to get the Sprinkles Blast. Let's call this Sprinkles Blast. Like this. We are going to balance now lasers and explosions. Yeah. That's what we need on the show. Yeah, we're watching Ellen's Game of Games. I don't know if you kids have seen this or not. It's a little bit crazy over the top. It looks like it was built by Overkill Productions, and you know, at one point during the game, the player gets the answer wrong, so they jettison them off of the stage. They fly them up in the air, and there's a big blast of white smoke. And I'm like, that's what I want for The Office. I want one of those to connect to the show. Just this massive poof of smoke, and to some degree controlled by the chat room, I think. Because I think it's funny to watch me get scared out of my wits. Like, what was that? Right? I don't know. I think it's a little bit funny. So, so anyway, that's what we're working on here. All right. So now I'm going to get the horn, get the current color shift. I think what I really want to do, I almost think I want to, since I need to get this in a couple places, I think I want to create a new function here that returns that color shift. Get current color shift, like this. Get current horn hue shift. That's what I want. And so this is what I want to do, like something more like this here. So horn sprite, if horn sprite's not null, then we're going to say do this. Sorry, like that. And we're going to, I'm going to go ahead and pass in a now, even though in the two places I need it, I'm not going to have a now. I'm kind of still want to do it. And then we're going to say now here. We're going to say return here. Otherwise, we're going to return, I think, undefined. Like that. And now we can come in and say hue shift is equal to this dot get current orange hue shift, passing in performance now, like that. And then I want to say if hue shift, then that. And my sprinkles blast is kind of going to be the same thing. So we're only going to add it if we can find it and get it, which is coming in through here, this call up here. And we're going to say hue shift. Oops, we want to pass that in as the third parameter. Selection increase, increase paste, like that. Just a quick way to get all those in there. Same thing down here. Selection increase, 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 paste, like that. So there's how we'll add the sprinkles blast. And now I want to, there's a command here somewhere in here. Execute command, I think. That's what we're calling it. Or maybe it's animate. Anything in sprinkles? No, wait, there's one right there in sprinkles. That's what I want. If this dot executes command now. Let's create a new case on here. Sprinkles dot sprinkle blast, like that. And then I think I just want to come in here and I want to say this dot sprinkle blast, like that. Let's go in and define that. I think that's it. Okay, let's go refresh. Out over here, here's sprinkles right now. Got some great breathing. Nice. We've come a long way, by the way, right? We've only got basically 7 seconds of animation. And by changing it up, by doing the color shifting, by doing some other things, now this obviously needs tweaking there, but by doing those, we're getting to a place now where those 7 seconds of animation are looking like something we could look at for a longer period of time and not quite tell where that we're in a loop necessarily, because things are, like I say, it's just breathing right there. That's driving me crazy, that going forward and going backwards. That's a bug I need to find. I'm not interested in finding it now though. All right, so we're gonna refresh there. We're gonna, meanwhile, go back over into this app right here, go to our test page. I'm gonna use my favorite Visual Studio feature, kids. You know it, it's XAML hot reload. Come over here, we're gonna go find sprinkles. I'm gonna add a new button up here called UTN Sprinkle Blast. Like that. Sprinkle Blast. What I'm gonna put in there. I'm gonna get some of these other properties here. And I'm not gonna do anything in there for right now. Hide sprinkles isn't doing anything, but I'm gonna set a breakpoint in here. Click that button. Hide sprinkles. And now I'm going to come down here and create the event handler. And inside the event handler, we're going to pass in the sprinkles blast. If I got everything right, this is going to work. If I made no mistakes, it'll be perfect. All right, so now let's go find, oops, look at that. Look at CodeRush helping me out right there. Shows me that is a misspelled word. So how are we doing over here? All right, let's click on Show Sprinkles. And then let's click on Sprinkles Blast and correctly spell it. And send that across using Signal R. And I didn't get here from time to see if it works. Let's try again. Sprinkles Blast. Nothing's working. Nothing's happening when I'm clicking it. All right. Let's zoom out, make sure we see the whole thing. See if it's maybe an offset problem. Sprinkles Blast. I'm seeing nothing on screen. Let's walk forwards. Oh yeah, I can't really do that because it needs to be an idle to test this. Actually, show sprinkles. All right, so let's see if we can figure this out. Why is the yeah. Let's walk out 2 layers here. Got 2 levels here. Yeah, I think we're taking away one of the pieces here. We should go look in that bug soon, is what we should do. We get to a state where the commands in the queue, I think some are being popped off and not actually executed. Yeah, let's reload. And show sprinkles. All right, clicking on Sprinkle Blast. Nothing's definitely happening on screen. Let's go see if we figure that out. Executes command now. That's what I'm looking for. Spell it wrong. Is that my problem? Set a breakpoint in here. Clicking on the Sprinkle Blast button in the WPF app. What does it say? Sprinkles Blast. Sprinkle Blast. Okay. Let's fix it. Run, refresh. That's weird. We went to green? Oh, because I was at a breakpoint? What was happening there? That's weird. Why did I get to green? Should not go green. Okay, click on show sprinkles again. All right, click on the Sprinkle Blast button. Still nothing happening. Let's go back in there and figure it out. Okay, well, we're getting here. What's my state? Idle stand is 1 and we're in state 2. That must be grazing. Is that true? Set a breakpoint here then. Look at it, he goes green again. Oh, because of the time in the breakpoint, I think. That's what's happening. Sprinkle Blast. Run. Not an idle again, I guess. Is that what it was? So the other thing is we'll have to get him to go to idle when we do this blast. Try now. There we go. Okay, what do we got here? Uh-oh. Get sprites by name. I'll do this to mess this up as well. Let's reuse that string. Do I have another one with that? That's the name right there. Let's change it to this. All right, continue. Just a little more care is required in writing the code, I think, right? All right, show sprinkles. Look at this guy blocking my test screen. Dude, it's obnoxious. Sprinkle blast. Hold on. Show sprinkles. One more time. Sprinkle blast. Sprinkle blast. I'm clicking it. Oh, there we go. Wow. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, it's nice, even when he's moving. Okay, so not bad. If he's walking, I would say during a walk, I should be able to do a sprinkle blast too, because the horn's in about the same spot. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. One thing though, is if I do any one I do, I want it to look what's happening. It's if I do several in a row, it looks like the other stuff's falling behind it. It doesn't look real. What it means, it's the Z order issue. I want to actually put it at the back is what I want to do. When I add one of these blasts, I want to stick it behind the others. So add shifted is here, but I think I've got an insert shifted. Do I? Do I have an insert shifted? It's nowhere near. I don't have an insert shifted. I'm going to make an insert shifted, and the engine gets a little bit better. Insert shifted. And I'm going to extract this to its own function. Really? Sorry. Okay, wait, hold on. All right, wait, let's do this. That's going to give me a much better one. Extract method. Here we go. And we're going to say, call this create color shift and sprite. Like that. Let's take the starting frame index check, and we're going to move it down inside of here. Like that. Return that piece there. And then that's the code there for add shifted. Insert shifted is going to do this. Do we have an insert on this? How do we do it? Unshift to add to the beginning of an array. That's kind of really what I want. Right? Use unshift to add to the beginning of an array. Okay. So I think that's what I want to do. Insert beginning shifted. Here, the word shifted it's a color shifting piece right here. So that means now if I come back to sprinkles, instead of calling add shifted, I'm going to call it insert beginning shifted. That's a weird name. Could just say insert shifted as well, like that. Push it to the beginning. Yeah. That's what I think I'm gonna do. All right, let's refresh here. We're getting some colors that normally I'm not allowing here because of that color change thing. Because I'm at a breakpoint or something like that. Okay, show sprinkles. Why didn't this guy go back? Oh, he's not done with his animation. Okay. All right, let's try sprinkle blast. Walking. I think the walk we should be able to sprinkle blast. Because now if I do a bunch in a row, there we go. See the difference? Yeah, no blast when the horn is in this position. But now it's like, cool. I'm going to make it so that when he's walking, we can do it too. Because walking is close enough. So, like sprinkles. Okay. Clear that breakpoint. Refresh. Show sprinkles. Walk forward. Walk forward. Maybe I didn't hit it, or maybe it's just an animation. He's got to get out of it before he starts to walk. Really? Walk forwards. Huh. For some reason, my walk forwards commands are not. Yeah, he's doing sprinkles when I click on walk forwards. Why is that? Do I need a break on the end of these? Is that my problem? I think I need a break here and here. That might have been what's happening. It's matching one of these going forward and doing the sprinkles. And then also returning true, I think is what's happening there. Okay, one more time. Refresh. Show sprinkles. Okay, walk forwards. There we go. Sprinkle blast. Sprinkle blast. Why are we seeing the sprinkle blast working now? I'm clicking it. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Current horn hue shift. Okay, it's like that. I think that's the fix there. Let's try again. Refresh. Show sprinkles. Walk forward. Walk forward. Why am I not seeing you walk? There it is. Sprinkle blast. Still not happening. Walk backwards. Sprinkle blast. Sprinkle blast. Really? Set a breakpoint here. Say walk forwards here. Why is our breakpoint not working? Show sprinkles. Oh, because I have to click the button? Is that my problem? I think it's because I have to click the button. That's what's going wrong. Hold on. Run, run. Walk forwards. Click the button. Now I get the breakpoint. Okay, so what's happening here? Null. We try to get the next one, which is the walk. That should have worked. And it did work. Okay, good. Get current horn shift. Hue shift, I mean. Comes back. Here's the hue shift. Okay. Insert shifted. What's going on here? Could it be the insert? No, insert shifted we already tested. That should be working. Sprinkle blast should work. It's on screen. Let's go back again. Maybe show sprinkles. Here we go. Walk forwards. Sprinkle blast. There we go. Now it's working. It's a little high when it's walking, but we could move that down a little bit when it's walking. Just get that to line up a bit. Yeah, it's pretty much right over it. We just got to drop it down. So much fun. All right, we're gonna drop that down about, what, about 80 pixels, I think. Go back to show sprinkles here. Sprinkle blast here. Here's the offset right here. So what we need is a check to say, hey, if we're equal sprinkles, sponsored by M&M's. Wait, where am I looking? Where's that? Could be South. I missed that suggestion. Sorry about that. I agree with you. I should. I'm not sure where is it that I'm. Darn it. I think that was definitely some code we were looking at before. Is it back over here in sprites for insert shifted? No. I don't see it there. Where you had the breakpoint. Oh, okay, hold on. Right here, I think is what you're talking about. I think that's right. Right there. Okay, okay, this is going to be my Y offset. We're going to set that equal to 0. Then we're going to come down and say, hey, if my state is equal to walking backwards or walking forwards, then we're going to say Y offset is equal to about 80. I don't know, 80, 70, maybe 70. Okay, and then we're going to come down here and we're going to say insert shifted, and we're going to pop it in at the Y offset. This should be OR. Nice job, Visual Studio. Look at that, underlining that for me. That would have been a mistake. It would have taken a while to find. Love that. Okay, refresh. Show sprinkles. Let the background loading of the assets complete. Meanwhile, the sprinkles on the stream is here, has not been updated yet. Not ready to update that guy, I think. So we can command him to do the sprinkles blast as well. Clicking sprinkles blast. Why am I not seeing anything? I think it was just loading the assets. Nice, look at that. That's so fun. Yeah, looking good, says Frank. Yeah, it is looking good. Let's walk forwards. Yeah, I have a small problem in the engine. It's a minor kind of bug where if I give it a command, here we go. So much fun. Yeah, that's really fun. It just, the sprinkles match the color. It's kind of fun. Walk forwards again. Cool. Is it CPU or memory intensive? Not really. I think it's probably more memory intensive. Here we can take a look at it. That's where I'm at right now, 75%. Do a bunch of blasting, 60%. It's not too bad. And I've got, like, you know, both of these guys running here. They are, you know, memory is like OBS Studio's up at about 2 gigs. OBS Studio's like, come on, Mark. That wasn't built for you. Google Chrome is at about 1 gig. It's a lot of memory there for the assets, but it's got a lot. There are loads of assets that are out here. So, so that's kind of where we're at for here. Not too bad. Certainly usable for in the context that I want to use this at, which is for, you know, the effects for the live show, the streaming show. Let's refresh the Dragon Buck overlay here. And this is the player data. Call show sprinkles on the main stream. We're going to get rid of this. Let's see sprinkles on a background. Yeah, I don't really fit in boxes. You're right. There's a box. Is there a box out there? Right. Here comes, I mean, in a good way. Don't worry. Yeah. All right. So there's sprinkles coming in, doing some grazing right there. Should come up and do a breath. There's the breath. Nice. Matching the color. Do a sprinkle blast. I'm not seeing it, but I think it could be load on demand waiting for it. I'm going to do another sprinkle blast. There we go. Now I see it. Sweet. Nice. Let's do a bunch. Nice. Now, if there's a blast already in the air and he suddenly moves, it's like I want to be able to say, I kind of want to give it a velocity when it goes, but have it not attached to him. In other words, when we go into adornments here, I really want to give it a velocity is what I want to do. Because then that way when he suddenly moves, the ones that are falling will continue to fall right in place where they are. Set position X. Here's the problem. Right here. Move all sprites to X. Yeah, the solution's somewhere in here. It involves some play here. The sprite itself has got a property, I think, called like moving or free to move or something like that. What is it? Move or move something. There's something that the sprite has that says whether or not it plays with physics. It's not too big of a deal. Yeah. So when grazing, boom, boom. Oh, it's so beautiful. Nice. I think I may not worry about it for now. The sudden change of movement, because it's a minor issue. It's a minor issue. Let's walk forwards. Getting better. Getting better. I totally also want him to like back up off screen, like when he's, you know, whatever at some point, back up, and then flip him and have his butt come back on screen for a special sprinkle blast out the rear end, which I think is going to be fun. So that's kind of like next on my list, but it's not bad, right? As we go through, right? Walk backwards, right? It's a giant, pretty big animation, right? Pretty big animation to be doing while you're live, yeah, exactly. Live streaming. Exactly, Genescu 7. Yeah, that's super fun. I think that's a show, kids. I think that's a show. Some things to think about, but we definitely made progress, right? We've got him breathing. He's breathing there. Look at that breathing coming in about every 4 seconds. He's doing a breath, right? We've got the sprinkles on command. I have some other things too. I've got tears for him to cry. So he's going to be he's going to commute. The idea is he's going to communicate emotionally, I think, you know, in a different way than Fred does. Right, Fred? Yeah. Like that. And it's kind of a fun character too. What's really interesting about this character came up, you know, we were like, what are we going to name the unicorn? You know, or what we were talking about. I think it was a friend of ours or something that my wife had seen on Facebook, where they basically said that the post was their kid had described a rhinoceros as a battle unicorn. And we thought it was so funny. We're like, what do we call it? And then my daughter says sprinkles. And then boom, like all of these ideas came up here for, like, you know, the sprinkle burst, that sort of thing, right? Sprinkling out of the horn, all of that. And I think we've gotten to a point where we went from essentially 2 ideas from children and implemented them, and we come up with something so fun and whimsical, right? Getting really close to that. I really, really like that. So yeah, that's cool. That's a show. I think I'm going to call that the show today. Thanks for being with me. We're going to get out here. We're going to raid, find somebody else to raid. Some of the live coders out there. Keep you in good hands. Right? Get you to somebody who's going to take care of you here. Remember what I said, kids. Coronavirus comes at you. You karate chop it. Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Mark Miller's School of Karate Chopping. Chop that coronavirus away. Then you wash your hands after chopping it. Like that. All right, what do we got here? Who can we raid? Brian Clark. Here comes the raid. Wait. I started the raid. Hold on, let me cancel. Let me make sure it's going. Does it look like it says on call with family? Not sure if when I'll return. Uh-oh. Okay, we're not going to send you to Brian. Okay, stay tuned. Be right back. Brian, hope everything's good there. Let's, meanwhile... This looks good. Send you over Rimu over there. Yeah, Clark Hills will be right back. Thanks so much, kids. We'll see you on Tuesday. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Had a good time. Thanks for your help, everybody. See you on Tuesday. Here comes the raid.